First part we have already seen for the unit 1 quiz. Now the second part, and this is based on your BDA and BI syllabus, particularly unit 1. So the first question is, what are the 3 V's of big data? Okay, can you answer this question? What are the 3 V's? So they are variety, velocity, and the volume. Okay, so the answer is D, all of the above. Okay, so these are the V's of big data. Why? Because you have the heterogeneous resources from which you are collecting the data. That is why there is a variety. Velocity, that means you have a great amount of speed at which the data is getting generated, and the volume is also large. Okay, so variety, velocity, and volume. So all these are the 3 V's of the big data. Okay, next is, what are different features of Hadoop? So Hadoop is open source. Okay, Hadoop is open source. Why? Because it is based on the Java technology. Okay, then it is scalable. Okay, it is scalable. That means now you have the scalability with you, that is how largely you can accommodate the newer and newer data, and then there is a data recovery. Okay, next question is, which of the following is not the phase of data analytics life cycle? Okay, so data mining, mapping, and model building. So if you can remember that data analytics life cycle, you might be knowing that mapping is not there. Okay, so which of the following is not the phase? So which is not the phase? Mapping is not the phase in the data analytics life cycle. Then what are different modes of Hadoop? Okay, standalone mode, fully distributed mode, pseudo distributed mode, and all of the above. So this is very easy question. So what are the different modes? All of the above. Why? Because you have standard, pseudo distributed mode, and fully distributed mode. So in the standalone mode, what is done? In the single PC, you are trying to test your application. That is as good as it is behaving as your client and server. Okay, and in pseudo distributed mode, okay, in standalone mode, there is no role of Hadoop. Hadoop is not playing any role. Okay, but in pseudo distributed mode, what is happening? Pseudo distributed mode, you will have a feeling of using this particular Hadoop because it is the single machine. Again, you are going to test it on the single machine, but you will have a feeling of how your application will work on this Hadoop. Okay, and last is fully distributed mode. That means now you have the application which is running in the geographical distributed environment. Okay, geographically distributed environment, that application will be getting executed. Okay, so the answer is all of the above. The job of the role of the job tracker is, it performs the assigned task, it keeps the track of entire map and reduce job, all of the above or none of the above. So job tracker and task tracker, these are the two different entities or objects we know, and the job tracker, it keeps track of the entire map and reduce job. Okay, why? Because job tracker is going to be the master node and task tracker is going to be the slave node. So the answer is, it keeps track of the entire map and reduce job. The role of the task tracker. Okay, so these are the options. That is actual map and reduce task is performed. It keeps track of the entire map and reduce job, all of the above and none of the above. And the answer is it actually does the mapping and reduction task. Okay, next is R programming language. It is open source. Okay, so the answer is open source. Point out the wrong statement. The big volume indeed represents big data. The data growth and social media explosion have changed how we look at the data. Big data is just about lots of data and all of the above. Now we have to point out the wrong statement. So if you go one by one, the first statement, the big volume indeed represents big data. That is true. The data growth and the social media explosion have changed how we look at the data. That is also true. And the statement C, that is big data is just about lots of data, that statement is false. Why? Because it has other aspect also. So the correct answer is big data is just about lots of data. So benefits of big data, it allows you to focus on local preferences, helps you to increase the sales and loyalty, both A and B and none. Okay, so answer is C, both A and B. Okay, so that's it. That is our nearly the 10 question quiz that we have done. Now